Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be talking to you. And I started my day like 2 hours early because apparently I need glasses. So when I looked at the clock, my Priston wall clock. Priston is a disbanded K-pop group. They were my favorite group of all time, so of course they got disbanded. But anyway, looking at my wall clock. And so somehow I was off by 2 hours. So in reality, I just don't know how to tell time unless it's digital. But even then, I would have probably got it wrong. But anyway, and when I say I start my day, I just mean like taking a shower because that's how I start my day. Because I don't sleep, so I was already awake. It's just that it was 3 a.m., but I thought it was 5 a.m. And that's from looking at a wall clock. So there's something wrong with me because you should be able to tell the difference between 3 and 5, because the hand, don't spin a wall clock, dumbass. But anyway, so of course, because it was, I'm thinking it's 5 a.m., but it's really 3 a.m. I'm thinking, well, I guess I'm gonna go to the park and throw a couple of pitches because I still have the delusion that if I just practice a couple of days a week, I'm gonna be scouted and be on the Dodgers minor league system. But no, not really. But I was just bored, so I figured that's a new way of exercise or a different way of exercise because I play sports, but I have no sense of competition, so it's kind of like weird when I'm playing a sport because it's like I'm trying, but I'm not trying to win. I'm just like trying because I look cool, which is really weird. Like, that's my motivation. Like, hey, I look really cool doing this. We're losing? I don't care. Look at my socks. Literally. I remember I used to be in a roller hockey league called MISC, the Marina Inline Skate Club. It was pretty cool league, I really can't describe a roller hockey league, but we had a rank, we had a bunch of teams, we had playoffs, championship game, all that crap. And I was the only one wearing professional hockey gear, legit professional hockey gear. I'm talking my elbow pads alone were the elbow pads were the cheapest. My elbow pads were like $80, but they were professional grade. I got the low end professional hockey players wore these elbow pads, and my shorts, dude, they were straight from the NHL. I was wearing professional, and I was like, what? I stood out like a sore thumb. I'm wearing professional hockey socks, the shin guards, just everything. The helmet, wearing a Jofa helmet. I'm wearing a Swedish league, professional hockey league helmet. Everyone's like, what is this fool dressed up for? My roller hockey skates were $500. Professional roller hockey skates. What? I don't know what was wrong with me. But I'm basically wearing $1,000 out there. Everyone else is wearing $80 from Dick's, or whatever, Big Five. So yeah, I just like dressing up, I guess, apparently. But anyway, there was a point to this. But so when I quote unquote got up this morning, and I decided that I shouldn't go to the park and throw a baseball at 3 o'clock in the morning, I sat down and I continued designing my giant space robot because I just think that's something good to do with my time. So as I'm designing this robot, and I'm sure I've talked about this before, I've decided that the giant robot cannot be Earth based or planet based. It has to be in space because how could a giant robot support all that weight even with technology? It would have to be, or if it's going to be on land, it has to be a hover robot. And I'm thinking about the technology. It's going to have a nuclear powered engine. But then I'm thinking it's a giant robot. How come it can't have anti-gravity technology? So now I'm trying to design an anti-gravity. Trying to design an anti-gravity engine because I'm all about science. I know nothing about this. What am I doing? Why am I trying to design an anti-gravity engine? Or is it even an engine? What is it? And then should it transform? I'm like, no, no, that's impossible. So I ruled out the fact that a transformable robot that uses anti-gravity engines. I'm gonna make just a basic humanoid version robot because that's all the anime has. So that's very viable. So yeah, I'm basically crazy. Like basically like the only way to like have these ideas, you have to drop PCP. But I didn't do that. I don't think so. But granted, I do eat store bought food. Who knows what's in the pesticides? But I digress. Once again, my favorite word. So now I'm designing a giant humanoid robot and then a giant. It doesn't have to be giant, but I want someone to pilot it. So, okay, a standard sized giant robot. There you go. So maybe like 50 feet tall, I guess, roughly, maybe 40 feet. I don't know. Depends how good the technology is. So maybe 37 feet's the okay. We're gonna go for a 37-foot tall robot that a person can pilot. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I don't know why I said 37 feet like that. Hey, if it's gonna have anti-gravity engines, why not make it 37 feet tall? So I'm designing and also I'm going to design like just like a jet kind of, but just for space only. But then like, if it has anti-gravity technology, it doesn't matter. So anyway, after I design this, meaning like draw like two stick figures and like put them in a robot, meaning like it's gonna look like a cardboard box because I'm really good at drawing giant robots. Yeah, I've never done this before. So it's gonna look like a 7-year-old drew it. So it's gonna be like a couple of cardboard boxes stacked on top of each other with like a stick figure inside, and then like the anti-gravity engines are just gonna be a couple of circles. Great design. And then like next to it, I'll write 37 feet tall. Oh my god, I need a life. But anyway, so I'm working on it. Hopefully the U.S. government doesn't steal my idea. Granted, they probably already have a 37-foot tall giant robot. Actually, it's the U.S. government, so it's probably 50 feet tall. See, I'm already like behind, but I'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll finish it today, and then I'll start building it. Building it's gonna be another thing because I have to get the materials, and so I don't know if it's gonna be. See, I'm thinking like for this giant robot, it's gonna have to be gold because like it has to be a soft metal. Cause I don't see how a hard. Like I know what I'm talking about anyway.